Are they gonna let people in? There are people lined up outside the door. Why aren't they letting them in?
I know, we're dressed up.
Okay, who else wants water?
Yeah.
Jen, Danielle, you guys want water?
Yes, please. I'll need more.
So our waiter this morning is Rob Bob, the creator of Epic Pie Time and Epic Wub Time. And a true American hero.
G.I. Joe, ladies. Everything needs more bass cannon. Come on.
So we're gonna get started here in just a second. Let a couple people fill in. No.
No.
What are you?
Get down with your mom. No, get down.
Little known fact that Rob, Bob, and I we watch a lot of episodes of Mystery Science Theater together, and just constant bad German accents. That and Roustauer. Slab bulkhead. Are you quite done pouring the water? Are you ready to get this started?
I just realized Big
Almost,
Mac and
okay.
Fluttershy are snuggling.
Yes, that's what I do.
Everybody?
I like how Big Mac's all like.
All right.
So how's everyone doing? Are you guys all awake?
No.
You're good liars. I know the feeling. Will you sit down, please?
Yep.
Thank you. God.
How dare you get the VA's water?
You know what? All right, well, I'm Final Draft with Everfree Radio, and this is Rob Bob.
Hi, I'm Rob Bob.
Speak into the microphone, Rob.
I'm Rob. I did Epic Pie Time, Epic Cupcake Time, and Epic Wub Time with my animator, Evan. I got to give a shout out to, hey, Evan, awesome work, man. He lives in Australia, so he can't be here.
When you're also working on Epic Crossover Time right now, too, aren't you?
Yeah, it's Epic Crossover Time, Uncle Chan Adventures, the Jackie Chan, My Little Pony crossover, and some other stuff, too.
It's absolutely hilarious. That guy's in shock. He can't wait for it. Anyway, well, I think we should introduce the real stars of this panel. So maybe we could go down the line. Say your name and say what you do.
Hi, I'm Kimlin Tran, or Hanilmic Online, and I voice Miss Fortune and Skullgirls, and I also voice
Rarity in Main 6 Fighting is Magic.
My name is Christina V. I voice Sarabella in Skullgirls, and I voice nobody in My Little Pony.
Hello, I'm Danielle McCrae. I voice Painwheel in Skullgirls, and I voice nobody in My Little Pony.
Hi, I'm Meredith Sims. I voice Twilight Sparkle in Fighting is Magic and Fluttershy for Silly Philly Studios, and I'm also Twilight and Fluttershy in the upcoming fan movie Journey of the Spark. So.
Hi, I'm Jen McGregor, and I play Princess Celestia in everything I do. Which includes Silly Philly Studios' Journey of the Spark. Oh yes, I love bananas. All right. Yeah. Hi, I'm Hannah Trusty, or Hannah May online, and I do Luna for pretty much everything I do, including Silly Philly Studios.
Hi, I'm Rena Chen. I do Twilight Sparkle in the Pony.move series and a lot of Black Griffin stuff, like Message from Twilight Sparkle. I play Mayor Mare in Fighting is Magic, Vinyl Scratch for Silly Philly Studios, and random ponies and a lot of things in Colgate on my own channel, because Colgate's best pony.
All right, I guess now that we got introductions out of the way, the number one question I'm sure everybody's wondering is, how did you, all of you, get into VAing, voice acting?
Let's start with Kira.
Okay. voice acting long before ponies, so about 8 years now. I just started doing things for like Newgrounds, Voice Acting Alliance, things like that. And then when I became a brony, it made sense because people were like, "Oh, you sound like Twilight Sparkle." So I said, "Okay, I'll try it out."
I got started from ponies. I saw an audition come up for a project called Project Saturation, and I auditioned as Luna and got it, even though I didn't have a good mic or anything, and it kind of spiraled from there.
I think we all know that. I've been acting all my life, but I got into voice acting maybe 3 years ago when I got my first microphone, and I started off actually in the Sims 2 community, doing just original voices, random stuff, and then I got into ponies with Project Saturation.
I've wanted to voice act since I was about 15, and actually it was Christina's demo reel that made me want to voice act. So, and I kind of dropped out of it for a little bit as I started to focus more on my creative writing in college, and ponies brought me back into it with Fighting is Magic, and ever since then I've been trying to get into as much as I can.
I actually wanted to be a voice actor when I was a little kid, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just like you going in a garage and doing voices. So I thought it was garage voicing. So, yeah. And so I just did a whole bunch of like online community voiceover for about 6.5 years, and I took workshops and I got in through there, and work started spiraling through there. Pretty cool.
I'd always wanted to be a voice actor since when I was 12 years old. I made my first demo reel at home. And I went to Anime Expo already with this kind of background of dubbing things online. And so when they heard my voice and that I was able to sync to picture on the first take, they really liked me. This was Bang Zoom, who's out in California. And from there, they started casting me, and I started meeting other people in the industry and getting more work, and got an agent and cool stuff.
In my case, there's this class of sorts at my senior year of high school called Senior Project. It was mostly a job exploration thing, and I did not know what I was going to do with my life after school. So they said, hey, be a taxidermist or a magician. I thought I would be a writer instead, so I decided to explore voice acting for the heck of it. And after sitting in on a voice actor's recording session, because we have to job shadow people, I was inspired, wanted to voice act since, and I've been taking lots of classes, been recording for lots of internet projects because I wasn't a theater major, found a way to practice however and as much as I could, and I started working my way in.
So would you say that voice acting is somewhere between taxidermy and being a magician? Yes! Well, so, okay, you guys are obviously all involved in a lot of online voice projects. But one of the ones that that's featured today, that's on the actual schedule, is Skullgirls. And I wanted to know if you guys could kind of describe for those who haven't heard of what Skullgirls is, what Skullgirls is, and what you do with it.
How should we describe it?
Skullgirls is a 2D animated fighter created in America, by people who, basically by a guy who really loved to draw and a guy who really loved fighting games, and what came out of it was an amazing a labor of love, and it's really amazing that I've seen it since like its alpha days, and and I can't talk anymore, so I'm gonna let Kimlin finish my sentence.
And the story inside the game is basically there's a skull heart, it grants wishes. Only girls can grant the wishes, and it screws over your life.
That's basically the story. Also, boobs.
There's a lot of boobs in Skullgirls. It's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy.
Who here has played Skullgirls? Raise your hand.
It's because of the boobs.
How many
Yes.
of you raged
Then you
when
understand the
fighting
heaviness of
me?
the boobs.
Hate that boss. Turn down the AI.
Thank you. She wants you to know your place.
Yeah.
Skulls everywhere.
My character's head comes off. It gives you one heck of a headache, but you know what? She makes a whole bunch of catastrophic puns while at it.
She throws her head like a bowling ball, too.
But really, it's a really awesome game, and it's only available through like the PSN network and Xbox 360 store, and it's cool. So check it out. and you can hear our voices.
It's true. This is true.
Well, it's kind of interesting, I think, that you guys are working well, a lot of you are working in Fighting is Magic, and of course Skullgirls as well. And one thing that I've found when I've interviewed VAs is that they always enjoy making those weird utterances when they're voice acting, that they say it's more fun for them to, like, for example, Tabitha St. Germain, voice of Rarity. She said that the most fun she ever had recording was for the episode where she played Philomena, and all she was doing was coughing the whole time. She loved it. So I wanted to know if that was true for you guys, especially given that you're playing a fighting game, and I'm sure you had to record quite a bit of, just like hits and such.
Oh, right. I will say that I loved making all the cat noises enough that they had to tell me to stop doing them. Because I kept on meow, 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 meow. She's like, Kimlin, you don't need to meow during this line. and everyone likes citing when my head just attacks people.
Yeah, it's the funnest. One of my dreams was to do a death scream in a fighting game, and that dream came true with Blaze Blue over and over again. And recording for Skullgirls was really fun, really painful. I'll just say that. That voice is something that actors call blood throat, because when you hear me, I don't sound like that. It's like that whole rasp that I'm not going to do right now because I want to have a voice for later. But you have a better story of blood throat.
I call it vocal suicide. My character is just nothing but blood throat. I also wanted to do death screams and everything. I wanted to do that for a long time. I got to do it, and I was like,
over and over again.
Oh my gosh.
Every line was a death scream for you.
It was, yeah. Very painful character. Vocal suicide. It was fun, though.
I will say for Fighting is Magic, when I was recording it, I was in my dorm room because I was not in the dorm with the nice recording studio in it, like I am now. And my RA came in and asked if anybody was like in my room because he thought that somebody was beating me up. So I had to explain what I was doing, and then I guess it happened 3 more times with different people walking through the halls.
So what you're saying is you did a good job with that then?
I assume I did if people thought I was getting beaten up in my room.
We're not in either of those games.
That's where the taxidermy comes in. No.
I can vouch for living in a dorm too. The best thing is this person not long going, and it's like, what is that guy doing? Nothing. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the person that lives next door to me right now, because she probably thinks I have like 5 personalities, and one of those was, have any of you guys seen Twilight the Unicorn yet? Yeah. One of those was, hey, Twilight. My voice is shot right now, but I'm pretty sure she thought that I was like not normal when she heard me doing Flutter High through the wall.
I'm not in either of those games. So.
Well, my characters are not playable in either of those games, so I didn't really do a lot of those vocalizations, but I come from a fighting game background. I used to go to EVO and all that stuff. So, yeah, I've always wanted to do kind of like the...
Are there any other projects you've worked on? I know, Danielle, I think, if I remember it, you worked on World of Warcraft.
Yes, I did. Yes, World of Warcraft. I did Hagara in that one, and that was also another vocal suicide character. She was like an ogre type person. And I also did recently a game called Planetside 2.
Yeah.
We both did. Me and Christina both did. And trying to think of some other ones, but I can't think of any right now.
Would you say that characters that involve more what you call vocal suicide, I'm assuming you mean like really like hard, kind of like really deep throating kind of yelling. Would you say those are harder, or they become easier with practice, or are they always the same difficulty?
Well, it was so funny because before I got cast as both those characters, I used to practice every voice, like the deep voices, the guttural voices, the high-pitched voices. So that was kind of like my practice kind of came in to play, or my practice kind of like paid off. Because when I got cast as those characters, I kind of knew what to do with them, but it was kind of hard to maintain the voices after so long. But yeah, vocal suicide characters for the win.
for the rest of us.
Other projects?
I also voiced Bidget in Dust and Elysian Tale, and it was a lot of fun playing her because she's a very, very comedic character. And since we were pretty much running out of time, we needed to get the game out. Closer to the end, we did a bunch of ensemble readings, which means that I would actually voice act with another voice actor. And there were a couple times when we were recording that I was screwing around and abusing my voice acting powers. And what happened is that they kept it in the game. Because there's one time I was like, have you seen the screen? It just goes, and they just said, yeah, that's going in the game. And the person who had to transcribe that sure did put in a lot of V's and Z's and X's and W's and stuff.
And I've been in lots of games. I was in League of Legends as Riven the Exile.
That's when I was speaking. Yeah. I was in that too. I kind of forgot. I'm Karma in that one. I forgot.
And I've done Dynasty Warriors, Blaze Blue. On the anime front, I was Alyssa Boskanovich in the Tekken movie, Tekken Blood Vengeance. Homer Akemi in Madoka. Mio Akiyama in K-On! And lots of cool stuff.
I've only done pony stuff so far. I'm only in pony stuff right now. I want to get and do more stuff, but only ponies right now.
Give it time.
Give it time.
Give it time.
Give it time.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I only do ponies for now, but I do plan to do more stuff later, maybe.
Same.
If you guys down there, if you could move your mics a little bit closer to you so that people can hear. There you go.
There we go.
Well, I wanted to ask just a general question because I don't think I'm personally, or a lot of people are here in this room right now, are ever going to, or on the stream right now, are ever going to be in this position. Have you played your own characters in a video game? I assume that for those of you who have voiced them, that you have. And what is that like, playing your own character with your own voice coming at you?
I did play both Skullgirls and Dust and Elysian Tale. For Skullgirls, it was a lot of fun because it's just my normal voice for Ms. Fortune. And there was a lot of times where Mom walked into the room and was talking over me, and I had to once say, "Shut up, Mom! I'm hearing myself talk." And I do know that online, if you look for it, just on the YouTube channel Justice Tang, there was one time he was all like, "You know what? Let's have all the voice actors play their characters and basically go trash talk each other." And I was like, basically, it's a lot of fun because we try to be in character and it gets really meta really fast. And yeah. As for Fidget, my mom and dad keeps on saying, "Are you the orange thing?"
It depends on the project. For some games, I'll play it. Most anime, I don't want to watch it. Not because I don't like it, but because I can't enjoy the show anymore after it's been voiced by me. Because then I'm just nitpicking. I tried playing Riven in League of Legends during an actual tournament, and they put me against the guys who were winning the world at League of Legends, and they were very nice. Yeah, they traumatized me forever. So there's that. They were nice. I met him. I was gonna be like, "Hey, you suck," but then he came up to me. He was like this little guy, and he was shy, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're not so terrible."
I played just League of Legends and Skullgirls. I tried League of Legends as my character Karma. I cannot play with her. I tried to play in a room with nothing but strangers, and I'm like, let's see how bad can this be? And I play a couple of rounds with that character, and they're like, "Dude, you suck. Uninstall now." And it's yeah. So yeah, that was fun. And then Skullgirls, I played as Painwheel, and that was just kind of a surreal experience. It was fun, but it was very surreal.
I haven't gotten to play Fighting is Magic yet. I really wanted to yesterday, but the line was a mile long. So maybe today, if there's time, I will get to. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, it'll be here tomorrow. Today's the tournament, so I really don't want to interrupt that at all. And somebody asked me if I had joined the tournament, and I said, "No, I don't feel like getting crushed in the first round and wasting somebody else's spot to get a nice poster." And Yeah, so maybe today, after all that is over, I'll get to play my character. Yeah, why not?
Well, I haven't been in any fighting games yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. But I can't even listen to my own voice after I record. I'm just like, okay, I hope this is good, and like send it off. It's weird.
I can't play as my character in Skullgirls, but I fought against her many times. But I don't know, a lot of people raged when fighting against her, and I was just like, yay, I get to hear her again. And then I was in a DS game called Luminous Arc 2 a few years back, and I totally was so excited when I could get my character in my party. And then I played the final boss in that too, and it was like, rage, I can't beat you. I'm always final bosses.
I sense a typecast.
Have you ever had that interesting dynamic where you are playing as your character and you get angry at it and you're like, oh, come on, and you realize you're just yelling at yourself?
Yeah.
No, well, actually, I had a really derp moment. I was playing Skullgirls with a friend, and we were just playing, and I was like, I said a line of Cerebella's. I'm like, man, I really sound like that girl. It's like, oh, wait.
I just keep losing my head.
Yeah, that actually happened with me in Painwheel. Like, whenever she'd yell and she'd die, I'd be like, it's okay, girl, I feel you. Right here, I feel you.
Again, I haven't gotten to play it yet, but when I watch the live streams and listen to my voice, like getting hit over and over and over again, and then she doesn't really have a dying sound in that game, Twilight, but when she does her final moves, she sounds like she's in pain, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I remember recording that. That was fun.
I played Twilight in something called Twilight versus the Terminator, and she gets hit over and over, and she's like, and it's just the saddest thing ever. Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh my gosh. No. That's so sad. Tell us more. No, I'm kidding.
For voice direction, do you usually just get handed a script and be like, oh, okay, wing it? Or is it more of, do you find that having someone describe what the role is and then kind of working from there and going back and forth, or live direction works better?
I will say that I love live direction when people know what they want. Otherwise, I really, really, really enjoy flexing my creative muscles, because when I was working on Main 6, even though I knew what Rarity was about, this is like a different Rarity from other projects, so Lee didn't help direct me on that one. And he really encouraged improv, so if Rarity has like 50 more lines than everyone else, you know why.
I actually directed these girls for Skullgirls, and I will say that it's really, when you're cast, you're being cast because we know that you can take the character and make it your own. But at the same time, you also have to have the context, and you have to know like things like how long the line needs to be, how loud it has to be, what's going on, the action. So that's really what the director's for, but it's really up to the actor to bring the character alive.
Yeah, I do voices like in studios and in my computer, but I'd rather live direction a lot. I prefer that a lot more, just because you know what the director wants, and if they want you to change up something, they're there to tell you, hey, change this up, or make it a little shorter, or make it a little longer, or make it more intense. So I'd rather live direction. Pretty helpful.
I have had directors who like both ways of just either giving you a script and telling you to go with it, or wanting to do a Skype call so that they can go through every line with you. I think there's pros and cons to both. On one hand, if you're just given a script, you can do that improv, and Fighting is Magic for me was the same thing. That's why Twilight Sparkle has so many ending quotes, because I really liked making up ending quotes. I mean, they gave me a few, but I really just got to delve into the creativity there. At the same time, there are some projects where live direction is really necessary, so I really appreciate getting into that Skype call and being like, okay, you want it in this exact tone, this way, so that he doesn't keep sending me my lines back and telling me to redo them.
Yeah, I've pretty much the same thing. I've been in both situations where the director just sends me the script, or he or she wants a full Skype rehearsal for various projects. And usually the full Skype rehearsals have been with radio dramas, and that actually helps a lot because you have to, really sound like you're live, even when you're pre-recorded. But yeah, I don't know. Again, there's pros and cons to both. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I've as well had like both situations. I kind of like being told exactly what I'm doing more than just being handed a script, because then I'll have to record it over and over again. But yeah, I think rehearsals are definitely, they're more fun too, and it helps you a lot.
You get to know a lot more people with rehearsals.
Yeah, it's true. You make friends.
Yeah.
I'd say the more information you give us, the better overall, because I've had people send me lines and they don't give me any context, and they just say, okay, this is what this is what your line is. So I send it back because it's like 1 or 2 lines, and then the animation comes out and people are like, oh man, you suck, this doesn't fit the scene at all. And I'm like, I think at that point it's the director or producer's job to tell you this doesn't fit what's going on in the scene. Like, don't be afraid to ask for something to be redone. As long as you're polite about it, just be specific. That's the main thing. Just be specific with what you want, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Well, I'm really excited because you guys have some scripts in front of you. And I hear there's going to be some sort of a performance. You guys do this vocal work. Is that what it is? So maybe could one of you explain what you're about to read?
Explain what we're about to read?
Yeah.
Is that it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it might be fun if we invited some people up here to act with us. So
I don't even know the characters yet.
So
I like how you said that so nonchalantly. We'll just have some people up here.
So I wrote a little short script for everybody, and we do need some parts. We've tried to assign some parts to them too. So I don't know. Do you want to do Rainbow Dash or Granny Smith?
Should I do Rainbow Dash or Granny Smith? Granny Smith?
Granny Smith? Okay, so
because you want to be Rainbow Dash, huh?
Well, it's because actually Jenny Nicholson is in the audience, and we were going to ask her to do Rainbow Dash. Friendship is witchcraft, anybody? So yeah, you can come on up here. That's what I was like trying to mind you earlier.
We need a chair for her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need a chair. Well, how are we gonna do this with chairs and stuff? Because we still have parts for.
We should all stand up, take our microphones, and stand in the front.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that, and you guys can share mics with us. I probably should have taken this off when I was downstairs.
Everybody take your mic though.
I think they may slide out. There we go.
It's like a clip, and you hit a clip, and then you. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So the cast so far, Rena is going to play Vinyl Scratch. Hannah is going to play Luna, and Jin's going to play Celestia, and I'm going to play Fluttershy, if you didn't already guess that. Danielle is going to play, what are you going to play? Octavia? Yeah, you're going to play Octavia. And narrator. Okay. You can narrate the opening part. Christina is going to play Granny Smith. Kimlin's going to play Rarity. And Jenny is going to play Rainbow Dash, but we need to get her a script. So,
we just share.
We have an extra. Okay. I'm sorry about how I stated
also, we have a special guest who's already claimed one part. Hannah's little sister, Caroline, does a mean Sweetie Belle. So, she's going to play Sweetie for us. But we still need a few parts. So, we need a Scootaloo. Who wants to be Scootaloo? You get to be Scootaloo. Yeah. Totally get to be Scootaloo. Here's that script. And share a mic with somebody. Who wants to be Pinkie Pie? I don't know. Somebody help me choose. Who should we? The little Rarity? Yeah, let's let the little Rarity be Pinkie Pie. Let's see. We need an Apple Bloom. Who wants to be an Apple Bloom? She's really eager to be Apple Bloom. Who else do we need? Oh, the last part that I think everybody's going to fight over.
Oh.
Who wants to be Big Macintosh? Somebody help me. There's a Big Mac over there who's actually dressed like Big Mac. But she needs a script. What?
I don't know.
Do the guy dressed like Big Mac? The guy dressed like Big Mac gets to play Big Mac.
He has to stand next to me.
Oh, and I actually know this person. Hi, Dalton.
Stand next to me.
Actually, then why don't you two?
Yeah, do you want to share with me?
Okay, the three of us.
Because we're actually working together, so Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy team up with this. So I'll bend down. And forgive my Fluttershy voice. I really am suffering from Fluttershy syndrome because I talked too much yesterday. So I'll try. Okay, so that's everybody. So we can start whenever.
All right, so I guess we're ready to begin.
Yep.
All right. Granny Smith awaits atop the announcer's platform, ready once again to announce the final event of the Sisterhoods Social. This year, everyone is determined to take the top prize, a glimpse at Granny Smith's delicious and top-secret apple pie recipe. A pie so scrumptious that some pony would do just about anything to claim it themselves.
Are all the sisters at the mark? We're here, right, Rarity? Let's win that recipe for the Cutie Mark Crusaders to get their baking cutie mark.
This is more than just a pie, sister dear. Last year was so close. Retribution.
Sis, you got a weird look in your eye.
Letty, thanks for agreeing to be my sister for the day, Rainbow Dash.
Sure, kid. Just as long as you make that pie for me to give to Soren. With that, he'll let me onto the Wonderbolts for sure.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Pinkie, why are you racing? And why did you bring Fluttershy?
I adopted her for the day. I gotta get that recipe for the cakes. And when Fluttershy gets mad, she gets fast. Right, Fluttershy?
She grabbed me out of nowhere.
You're on the wrong side.
Someone help. Confound this thing. Oh, thank you. More importantly, why are the princesses here? I mean, begging your pardon, but...
Well, we are sisters, are we not? And she has a desire for the pastry recipe.
But I thought you liked cake.
Sugar doesn't discriminate, and I will have that pie.
We're totally ready, right, Tavi?
Vinyl, we aren't even sisters. Why did you bring me here?
'Cause I'm bored, and we're roomies. That's close enough, right?
Just as long as this isn't too troublesome.
I'm ready too.
Huh? But where's Applejack?
I'm racing with Big Mac this year.
Yep.
But he's not
But he's not even a girl.
Yeah, but remember what Miss Cheerilee was talking about the other week in class?
On your mark.
About fairness and equality?
Get set.
Well, Big Macintosh never gets to race, and it's only 'cause he's a boy. I don't think that's too fair.
Go!
Sweetie Belle, come on! Retribution!
Hey, wait for me!
And I think Big Macintosh would be really good at racing, so to let him not run because he's a boy ain't no good.
Apple Bloom?
And they're off! Looks like the princes are getting the lead with the mud pit. The mud pit cause, well, they don't guts to jump with those fancy wing of theirs.
Fly past her, Luna, for the pie.
I feel as though this is cheating, sister.
We're immortal alicorn princesses. We can't cheat at life any more than we already do.
Tavi, don't be such a baby. Just jump over the stupid mud.
But what if it gets in my tail? I just groomed it.
Come on, Fluttershy, get mad. This mud hates you. And puppies, grrr!
Maybe it likes cats?
The princesses and the fancy dress lady have gotten through the mud, but every pony else is falling behind.
Don't just hop through those barrels like it's fun, Sweetie Belle. Run! This isn't a game!
I'm going as fast as I your hair was silly!
Oh, well, I'm glad I could put a smile on someone's face at least, even if it was for that.
And some of them haven't even crossed the starting line.
Rainbow Dash, I can't start without you.
Calm down. I'm just doing some wing stretches. You act like you won't even be able to catch up.
And another thing, why do people expect girls to be the teachers?
Apple Bloom, darling, I know you want to keep talking to the nice people in the stands, but they ain't paying attention. Shouldn't we just,
Just a sec, big brother. And another thing.
Oh, well, the ones that have crossed it made it to the pies, mostly. Get mad at the mud! Get mad at it!
Grr.
Why isn't there any silverware for this pie?
Because you stuff your face in it, like this. This is better than dubstep.
Ugh. Now that was completely uncalled for. Hey, don't stuff my face in the pie.
Push the hay like your life depended on it, Sweetie Belle. Hey, the princesses are levitating their hay bale.
And you are sure this is not cheating?
I thought we went over this already. We're simply using our natural talents.
Come on, Rainbow Dash. At least you didn't come across the starting line. Where'd you get that an apple?
From the tree. Pre-race snack. Duh.
Sis, they're getting pretty far ahead. I think if you want to catch up, we need to...
Hold on, big brother. I just want to finish.
The teams are starting to get round the bend to the jelly barrels.
So, what are we supposed to do now?
Get in there and squash some grapes.
What? You already forced my face into a pie. I'm not getting grape juice stains on my... Hey! Don't levitate me in there! Ah!
There, now squash them!
Turn to the page. I hate my life.
Looks like the princesses are in the lead with Fancy Dress Mare at the apple toss.
Hey, stop levitating everything. And Sweetie Belle, if you miss one more apple, I will ground you.
You're scaring me, sis.
Sorry.
Keep going, Luna. You got all the apples in the barrel. What's wrong?
I believe we have to fit in there.
Uh-oh. I guess the princesses didn't figure out they couldn't fit in the chicken coop for the egg carry.
You can fit in there. You're smaller than me.
I am still not small enough to fit in that.
Just turn sideways. I'll push you in.
No, do not. Ah! Sister, stop it. I'm stuck.
Well, looks like everyone else will have to skip that part.
Come on, Rainbow Dash. Can we go now?
Jeez, you're impatient. All right, fine. Hold on, kid. We're gonna fly through this thing.
But don't we have to actually do the obstacles?
And waste time? Wasting time is for losers. Get ready to dash, Scoots.
But, whoa!
Apple Bloom, now we're the only ones left back here.
But I'm trying to teach him about equality.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Macintosh, just pick her up and go!
Yup.
Wait, but I'm not done!
And now it's just one team that's stuck at the start.
No, come on, Fluttershy. Get mad. Fluttershy, look at them running. It's because they're scared that you'll find out that they called you fat. Fat? Run faster, Sweetie Belle! Fat?
Not another step until I get a towel.
Fat?
Hold your breath and just squeeze through, Luna.
I'll show you who's fat! Yes! Get mad! Hey, wait for me!
And it's neck and neck. It's the dress lady. It's the rainbow one. It's Macintosh. Well, actually, it's none of you for first, but...
What?
Well, sure. Didn't you see? That purple punch mare across the finish line a while ago. Y'all fell so far behind. Didn't notice I was calling the race for second place now.
Second? Again?
That's what I said.
But I did not even see a purple mare racing.
She doesn't even go here.
So, no pie? Afraid so. Alright, I gotta go find that recipe. Where did I put it?
So, where is your sister, Apple Bloom?
Locked her in the barn.
Go get me a towel.
Okay. And see. volunteers, yeah?
Give it up again for the VAs, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes.
Technical difficulties.
I don't know. There's just something fun to watch. Watching a bunch of VAs in costumes trying to fiddle with putting mics back on stands. I don't know. That just amuses me somehow. Only at a pony convention.
Not the water bottle. Chris.
So I hope that was fun.
Well, I think we've got time for maybe about 2 or 3 questions before the next panel starts. So this gentleman here has a wonderful wireless microphone. If you have a question for one of these lovely ladies to our left, to our left, feel free to raise your hand, and he will pick out who gets to ask.
Okay, mic's working. Okay, I'm right here.
Are you planning on animating that? Because that would be an awesome animation.
Yeah, come to Silly Philly's panel this afternoon, and we're releasing a trailer for our big 11-minute short that I actually wrote that too. So it's going to be awesome. They like it, so I think it's going to be awesome.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Okay, next up,
Are you guys doing a Twilight the Unicorn too? Because that was hilarious.
Twilight the Unicorn 2 and 3, both of the scripts are done. So
We've already recorded.
yeah, it's already recorded too, but we're waiting until after the holiday short.
Please
do. It's fun.
okay, that man in the glasses over here.
So, it's a little bit of a wasted question, I'll admit, but I'm signed up for the Skullgirls tournament, and I've never played. What character should I pick?
If you want to win, you pick Sarabella.
I have to agree because that's the only character that I was good at.
Fortune! I'm gonna be strange, and I'm gonna either go with either Painwheel or Misfortune. Misfortune's really fast. So, either or. Huh? Yeah, speed is really good.
But Sarabella is broken, so...
That is very true. She is very broken.
Everybody knows Peacock's the best one.
Oh,
What advice do you have for people who want to get into voice acting?
Should we just go down the line?
Well, somebody say something and then
well, as taking this from a person that's just starting to get into more serious voice acting myself, because I just finished my demo reel and all that, probably what you need to do, first off, you need to make sure that you have a decent microphone. I started out with a terrible headset, and I didn't realize that that was why I wasn't getting any parts. So I thought it was me. So get a good mic. There's lots of good mics out there, and there's lots of advice about that. Second, just practice in your home. Don't go past your range. Like you should know your natural range, like just where your voice is. But try and find fun voices and make characters within that range, so that you know what you have to work with. Third, there are lots of websites online that do voice acting things. Voice Acting Alliance. Rena, what's the name of?
Voice Acting Club.
Voice Acting Club. And I know if you want to do pony stuff in particular, I usually find my auditions either on Equestria Daily or I think Pony Chan. I found an audition once.
Check the roundups.
So and check the roundups because that's always where the auditions are. So anything else?
Well, one thing I have to add is that I'm just going to reiterate what I've heard from professionals is that it's more about the acting and less about the funny voices. So as long as you just act as well as you can, I suppose, obviously.
For example, it doesn't matter if you can sound exactly like Pinkie Pie. If you don't have that energy and that enthusiasm, it's not going to sound like Pinkie Pie, despite being the voice.
Yeah.
Okay, to the girl in the derpy shirt back here. If you could just meet me halfway on this.
Anyone notice all the muffins were gone? I think it's because of bronies.
I raided your
muffins
fridge.
in my room for tomorrow.
Rin-chan, I was wondering, how many conventions have you been to?
I've been to a lot of conventions, but pony-wise, I went to BronyCon, I went to Brony Fan Fair in Texas, and then I came here.
I think we got time for just one more question before the next panel, so gotta be a really good one.
Fight for it.
I thought I saw somebody raise their hand. The last one here. He had his up when everyone else put their down.
This is for Jenny. We're talking about voice acting, but one of my favorite voices was your voice on Luna that you did on the Nightmare Night take.
Yeah.
Where did you get inspiration to do? I mean, that's just the most off the wall, like out of nowhere voice I've ever heard, and I was wondering sort of how you got to that sort of
Thank
voice.
you. Luna was a little bit of Tommy Wiseau and a little bit there's also a video on YouTube of a little Bulgarian boy reading his fanfic for The Lion King. And that seemed like something she would do, so it was based off of that, but also a little Tommy Wiseau. Like when I was trying to get into the voice, I would go like, "Oh, hi, Twilight Sparkle." So that's where it comes from.
Great story, Jen.
Thank you.
Tearing me apart, Celestia.
All right, well, guys, we got to wrap this up because we got to get to the next panel. But I think a big round of applause for these guys. They're amazing.
Give it up, everybody. Come on.
Let's go get food.
And with that, that concludes our broadcast day.